Alright, so again, good morning, and today we are going to be learning about comparative and superlative adjectives as well as adverbs and intensifiers. So we're going to begin over here. This is a super simple concept. There's a little map to kind of explain it to you as well, but there's another piece that's not on the map that I'm going to teach you about too. So comparative adjectives compare two nouns. Superlative adjectives compare three or more nouns. We form a comparative adjective by either adding ER or putting the word more in front of the word. And then for the superlative, we are going to change the ending to EST or add the word most in front of it. So for adjectives that end in Y, you would change the Y to I before adding the ER or the EST. Like example here, healthy is our adjective. We added an I after dropping the Y and then the ER to form the comparative, and then to form the superlative, we added the I after dropping the Y and then added EST. Again, that forms the superlative. You use more or most for longer adjectives. So for words that are really long, again, not in this form or this form, just in their plain adjective form. So calm, shy, and polite are all short words. We can add the ER or the EST to form the comparative or the superlative for those because it doesn't sound strange whenever you say it. Let's try and do it with elegant. So elegant, eleganter, elegantist does not sound right. It's too long. So instead of adding a special ending, we just add the word more or most. So more elegant and most elegant. More would be the comparative and most would be the superlative. And then I've written that down for you here as well. So you will know it's comparative if it ends in ER or the word more is in front of it. Or you'll know if it's superlative if it ends in EST or the word most is in front of it. And then I have a little chart here. We have the adjective form, then we created the comparative, and then we created the superlative. Any questions about this right now? Okay, this is pretty simple, all right? But again, and same for you watching on YouTube, if you need help, you can email me or you can send me a message through Google Classroom. Okay, so no questions about this right now? Okay. We're gonna do one that's not on the board. She's wearing a blue bonnet. Blue is the adjective, right? Yeah, it's describing the bonnet. If I said make a comparative form of blue, what would it be?
More blue. Most blue.
Hold on. Comparative. Word blue. Small word blue.
Blue is
more.
Bluer. ER. But if it was superlative, what would it be?
Most. Bluest.
Bluest.
Blue.
And then let's pick a long adjective now. Beautiful. Beautiful dress.
most beautiful.
Most,
More.
most, or more. So which one
More
is
beautiful.
comparative, which is superlative?
More is comparative.
More beautiful would be comparative. So what is the superlative way to say it? Most beautiful. Good. Okay, we're going to talk about adverbs now. So adverbs modify or describe verbs. An adverb tells how, when, or where an action occurred. So we are going to locate the adverb in each of these three examples. So Malia waited patiently. Patiently tells how she waited, right? Good. So AV for adverb. I went to the post office yesterday. Hold on. Which one is modifying or describing the verb? I went to the post office yesterday.
Went is the verb.
Went is the verb.
Post office?
No, that's where they went. Yesterday. What is yesterday telling us?
That it was was yesterday.
When?
Oh,
But it was yesterday. That's when it happened. She hid behind the tree.
it's a where. Tree.
But tree is a noun.
But it's still a where.
But
Is it
tree is
behind?
just. You were onto something. What was it?
Is it behind?
Behind. Behind is
So
telling
that
us.
form of where.
Oh.
Not the place, but
Behind. So Malia waited patiently. That tells how she waited. I went to the post office yesterday. That tells us when. So this tells us where.
behind.
Where did she hide?
Behind the tree.
Behind.
Behind it.
Behind. Behind is our adverb. They can also modify adjectives or other adverbs. The gas tank was completely empty.
Completely.
Completely tells us how empty. Earthquakes in the south are quite rare.
South
Rare.
where?
Hold on.
Wait.
Rare is a thing.
So
It's modifying something. Rare is describing earthquakes, so that's an adjective. They can modify adjectives or other adverbs. So
is
what's
south
nope, south is a place.
Quite.
white.
Quite. Quite is telling us how rare. Quite rare. And then I could have told you this before, but I wanted you to figure it out on your own without that. Many but not all adverbs are formed by adding ly to the adjectives. So I tried to choose examples that didn't have it, but we still had a few that did have the ly ending. So you add ly to the adjective. She calmly went to the store. She shyly approached the man. She politely said thank you. We made adverbs. We just added ly. Make sense? Okay. Now, adverbs can be something else too. They can also turn into what is called an intensifier. An intensifier is an adverb that adds emphasis or intensity to adjectives or other adverbs. And then I have a list of common intensifiers here. So we saw one of them over here, quite.
Absolutely, almost extremely correct.
Yep.
Near.
So common intensifiers. So it just adds intensity or emphasis to the adjective or other adverb. So I absolutely will not go trick-or-treating.
Wow.
I almost lost my shoe.
It's extremely hot in here.
It's extremely hot in here.
I particularly, or I can't say
Practically.
practically don't do that all the time. I have no idea.
I practically know everything about the English language.
Oh yeah,
I don't.
I do.
You are an English teacher.
I nearly got hit by a car.
I nearly got hit by a car.
True story, I
Particularly.
did get hit by a car trying to go
Hey.
get crawfish.
No. Shh. Particularly. Particularly.
Yeah, I can't. But it's whatever that word says, known as this.
Particularly.
Yeah, I can't say that word.
I particularly prefer
Fish.
red jelly beans over green jelly beans.
Me too.
I somewhat understand football after you helped teach a little bit to me.
I just got done from football practice.
I just got back from football practice. It is quite stuffy in here.
It is.
I'd rather play football than basketball.
I'd rather play football than basketball.
I really like pizza.
I really like pizza.
That was so anticlimactical.
That was so anticlimactical. Such.
You were such a suck up.
You are such a suck up.
Dude, my brother is.
It's too hot.
It's too hot in here.
You are very nice.
You are very nice. Very good. Another one, right? So, any questions about adverbs or intensifiers? No? Okay. Well, And then again, if you're watching online, as usual, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or send me a message through Google Classroom. Thank you.